Let's start again. This is called deferred. Please don't stop my video halfway through or, sabotage it while I'm doing this, please. Don't do it. Thank you. Okay. So this is called deferred. This is about student loan payment. And this is about laws right around the world and student forgiveness. So it's all relevant. So I went on a journey. I travelled backwards, forwards, right round to England, Scotland, Wales, Ireland. One of the tasks that I had was the student loan. There was a challenge happening around the student loan at that time, so I had to tackle it. That was one of many reasons for why I travelled back to the UK. I had to. There's things I had to sort out. So anyway, I was in New Zealand, and every year, with the company that I was with at that point, the student loan company, I filled in the form, I did everything correct, and it was deferred every year, smooth as. And then I got a letter, and the letter turned round and said, we're changing company, so please pass on your details, which is what I did, and we will be in touch about your student loan. And it was quite a comprehensive form that I had to fill in, so I filled that in and I sent it off. And it said, you have to wait. And I thought, well, it's going to be over the time that I defer. And I was a bit worried about that. It didn't seem right. I had a sense it wasn't correct and it wasn't right, because I thought it's going to be over the time that I can defer. And that leaves me really in a big stew. And I didn't like that. But what else could I do? And I tried to get in contact with them, and I rang them a few times, and they said, you just have to be patient and wait. The student loan company has been taken over. So I actually waited up in the middle of the night and rang the student loan company, because I had the number, because I was so worried about it. And I've always tried to do the right things. So that was where I was at that point. Now, when the letter eventually came back, it was way past my deferment time. So I didn't know what to do. So anyway, I filled in as much as I could, and then I sent it off. And really, there hasn't really been much contact since. Didn't really get much correspondence, and I thought, I have to tackle this. This is not okay, just accepting this the way it is, because it seems like it's a debt that I owe, that I on purpose am not considering or tackling or challenging. That wasn't the case at all. It was that the student loan company had been taken over. I did feel that there was, something behind the scenes not quite right, but there has been around me with every process when it comes to financial, when it comes to not just financial, but every kind. Someone wanted to push those darts at me as if I was the dartboard from every sector, in every slice of my living and my dreaming and my sleeping. So someone relentless on me, didn't want to let go and really wanted to pursue me, but in a way that I was devastated and would be financially ruined. So I got there. I got to England because I wasn't happy. The process wasn't happening around the student loan, and I felt I was amiss, and I felt that they would be amiss. And at some point, I thought, I have to tackle this. So I went and I walked into their office, and I got in the lift, and the woman said to me, no one comes here. And I'm like, well, I understand, but I've come here and I'm from New Zealand, and I've spent a lot of money just to get here to talk to you. All that money should have been going on that student loan payment. But anyway, I had to tackle it because it wasn't smooth at all. So I sat with the lady and I talked to her, and I said, there's been a problem around the student loan and contact communication. I said, I waited for a letter, and then when the letter came, it was over that deferred payment time, and then it was saying that I was owing the student loan, which is incredibly horrifying to understand that was what was wanted of me. They wanted me to pay the student loan off, even though I deferred every year with the other company because the company had taken over. So I would see that as ruthless. And Anyway, so I sat and she said, "Oh, but she was very good, she was very trained and expert, and she'd obviously troubleshooted getting money out of people for donkey's years, this woman that I was sitting across the desk with. So she wanted to put any accountability on me and not her. And that's what she did. And I accepted that because I thought I've got to get, because we were just sort of at a stance, either side of the fence. And she was saying, it's my fault. And I'm saying, well, it's actually not. It's about the process and the system. But she was saying, no, it's your fault. And that's what they do. And I understand that. So I thought, all right, I'm not going to be, playing tennis with this woman. I'm just going to accept some accountability, which is what I do. So I said, okay, I accept that maybe I could have been more communicative, but I think I was very much. I think I remember the nights I sat up to try and talk to them on the phone. Anyway, so that was where we were at. So I said, look, okay, so how are we going to tackle this? And she said, well, what do you want to do? And I said, well, I will start taking responsibility of this student loan, and when I start working, I will give a little bit of percentage. We will organise a payment of a percentage that every week I send to you, and that's how we'll do it. But I'm not working at the moment, but when I start working, well, I never worked again. So that was great. I never worked again. And one of the things that the woman said, and when we were talking, was that she was happy that I had came to see her face to face, and that, trying to sort the student loan out. So in no way was I running away from this student loan. I wouldn't have walked into the building, into the office and sat with a woman if I was trying to evade a student loan. That in this country, by the way, I never earn enough to meet that standard of paying it, deferment wise, just to let you know that, and I'm aware of that, so anyway, so now we're at that point. I've gone away from there, I'm feeling good, I've sorted it out, I get here, I never get to work really ever again, and I think I still owe them money. What am I going to do about this? I can't get work, so much happening around me all the time, absolutely biggest massive targeting, I'm number one target in the world at this point. So what can I do about this? Well, I've done writing. So I can offer them 2 ideas and say, look, you can take a percentage of 2 of those ideas, and I have fulfilled my responsibility on that student loan, because I sent them an email with all this, because I cannot get work. So I cannot pay it off, and I don't earn enough to pay it off. So this is what I sent them. I sent them a student loan talk, just like I'm doing now, saying, look, I will give you, percentage, a big percentage of some of my writing, only 2, no more than 2, but 2. And from that 2, you can, hopefully gain some money and, vanish my student loan. So that's what I sent them, because I was saying, I can't get work. There's so much gone on with me. I have been absolutely tackled, targeted, demonstrably, daily, and sometimes 2 or 3 times during the day. So that's where I'm at. So I sent them that. I think that I couldn't do more than that. Now, right around the world, a lot of the countries, a lot of the PMs, because my every move, my every word, everything has been seen, documented, monitored. That monitoration, really, it's not monitoring, is it? It's about money. It's monetizing me. It's always been about monetizing me and using me as the product, as objectifying me in the shower, money-wise, and taking away any access for me to make money for myself by actually diluting my reputation in such a way by constant targeting, because the person wanted me in the ground. They didn't want me to live. They didn't want me part of any part of this society, and had plotted and planned for years, and really I think I've really infuriated the plotter and planner that I'm still alive. I think they hate me. I think they hate that all I've caused, and the wave back, because I've changed a lot, because I've said, these people that are in my situation, we're not going through this anymore. Not when it's the system being manipulated for powerful people to harm innocent people who try and do the right thing. Anyway, so that's where I'm at. That's my talk on the student loan, and lots of student loans forgiveness around the world, because I was made to bear unconscionable acts towards me, even around the student loan. So I want to say thank you for listening, hearing my talk, and understanding that it's all relevant to all the other talks. They're all connected, but they're all about victimisation and an act to change states. It's the hierarchy at the above that sometimes has to realise they're not doing the right thing. They may act thinking they're doing the right thing, but towards some humans they haven't. All right, thank you. My name is Kimamanda Jackson.